Hey, welcome back to another episode of Slice of Life, Slice of Real Life with Rija. And we're going to continue with a Friday series on the beginning of Amazon. We have a lot of tab topics related to, that's what I'm going to call them from now on, tab topics. I think that's a good, really rolls off the tongue nicely. And it's succinct and it describes exactly what kind of issue we're facing right now and what our content is for the most part on Fridays. And several other times in different series across the day is the same thing as well. Again, 7 a.m. in the morning uploads, 5 days a week. Yeah. So for today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off covering some, I guess, tech-related items, and wanting to steadily move towards religious statues and personalities or spiritual beings and deities as we move on further into the next 2 or 3 episodes. So today's first one is going to be involving an actual purchase. That's why, and again, this is alluded to in the previous week. In the previous week, we talked about how, what was it? It's a bit of a struggle. I just recorded it last night. I think it was like Gmail. Yeah, it was like Gmail. And the wisdom podcasting app. So, all right. So without further ado, right, it was a good segue, because after talking about trying to get in touch with the Wisdom app team for podcasting on Gmail, I had also other received mail and correspondence from just doesn't stop. I received other correspondence in Gmail regarding shipping and tracking of certain orders that I made recently. So that's where we are over here on the top right up here. And obviously there are some things I cannot show you, because if it's a order fulfillment, that means there's going to be some financial information, billing addresses, and I'm not going to show anything like that. So this is Amazon. Let's just get right into it. This is Amazon.ca, and it subdivided the interface into like 6 into 10 different 10 different key areas. So your orders, login, security, membership. Jesus Christ, it's like itching. Addresses, business account, payments, gift cards, customer service, digital services, and messages. All right, track a return or cancel order, manage password, email, mobile number, remove or set default address, balance or redeem a gift card, customer service, browse service options and help articles, and so on and so forth, and your payments and digital services. I mean, personally speaking, this is something that I have to keep open, because I'm going to check in my orders pretty much for the next week or so, because even though a few of them have arrived, there's still a few products that haven't, and I'm going to make sure that I go and pick up the orders from my buddy. It's him and his, well, not just him, his family's house. And then once I do that, and I actually can confirm that I have received all the items, what I'll then do is I'll probably check them off the list and then close this interface, but that's going to take at least a week or so, if not longer. So that's the easy first thing to talk about. And the next one I think is going to be, we're going to start diving into the actual items that we purchased. So all right, so here is the main Amazon page .ca, and it's populating the items now, but before it was slightly different. Right, so this is just the homepage, Amazon, right? Again, you can see why I need to get rid of this, because there's obviously so much space being taken up here. It's a very, visually taxing, graphic card taxing kind of tab to have open. It's constantly updating with different imagery, but you can see here there are different areas. So down there, pick up where you left off, keep shopping for, continue shopping deals, and looking for a gift. So if I were to pick up from, you can see that I was checking out for Faraday bags. Faraday bags and pouches, sorry. And what those do is they're like protectors from electromagnetic radiation. Quote unquote, have our tinfoil hat on. Protects your electronics in case there's some sort of let's say an ER attack. If God forbid, if we decide to be attacked by it's going to be a very disruptive attack if it does happen, but you don't really, it's better safe than sorry. Long story short, if there's like an ER attack, what ends up happening is it pretty much fries all electronics within a large 50-kilometer radius. It's crazy. And not that you will ever probably need to use a Faraday bag, but if you have one, it will do you a lot of favors if this world goes south. Again, this is something I don't think you really need per se. It's just useful to have just in case. If you have some spare emergency funds, that's what you might use it for. Over there next to it, pickup is a keep shopping, cell phone cases, safe accessories, climbing rope. That's fairly important for me, a climbing rope over there, and we'll touch upon that soon. And then most of these items here I just put on my wish list. Continue shopping deals. These are completely different items I just never even looked at yet, but I guess there's suggestions. There's a solar panel here. I guess they're thinking very dystopian levels of looking for gifts, finding personal gift ideas for everyone to your list. And of course you can scroll down and there's more stuff. There's a recommended video, categories explore, deals related to items that I've saved. We have a never-ending number of items that they're trying to promote here. Anyway, well, the most important thing for me here is you can see the climbing rope is really important for me, and the harness. But we'll get to that in a moment. Okay, just kind of one by one. If anything, I don't know if we have to get to it. Maybe this is a good picture already right here, but the climbing rope is because I have a balcony and I'm not on exactly such a high say apartment or condo that I can't toss my rope out and climb down in the event of a really crazy, fire, and then my exit is blocked out just from the main entrance. So it's something handy to have in case, and of course I would have to be careful about what I'm doing. You shouldn't really be doing stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it's against regulations, but yeah, just something interesting to have just in case. And so I'm just trying to adjust the light here. For some reason it's not really bright. It's not really doing the trick. Alright, so that's that. Let's hop into the next tab. Alright, here we go. So the first item we're going to talk about is, or a group of items, are going to be Faraday bags. And like I said, Faraday bags are things you use to block out the electromagnetic radiation, which can fry the circuitry of any of your electronics. And so let's just read among several of these here. Right, so we can see on the very far right that I've added quite a few items to my subtotal, to my cart. And so let's just see the results, right? So the search results. Large Faraday bags, the first entry. It's only for $35, but well, I mean, 35 is still quite a bit, but it's a 5-pack Faraday cages for laptops, tablets, phones, and car keys. So fairly comprehensive. 519 purchases, and let's see how many. Well, it's not showing me exactly how many stars. It's taking too long to load. That's all. It's just lag. Faraday bag over there. That's only for phones. That one's only for $10. And then over there on the right, a pouch for car keys, RFID, signal blocking holder. Number one top rated. This one has actually 40,000 purchases. I can't believe that. 40,000 ratings and reviews. Car keys, key fobs, and so on and so forth. When there's like named Mission Darkness, I'm pretty sure that's just a branding thing. For about $60, RF shielding, phone sleeve, waterproof dry bag. Yeah. More results. Again, I think I decided to add the first one to the shopping cart, as well as the second one over here. The first one, the second line, second row. The Mission Darkness non-window Faraday bag for phones. Signal blocking Faraday cage prevents. This one's got 6,000 reviews. $38, $40. Different brand, iFenroll, Faraday bags, EMP proof. That's what they call it. Electromagnetic, EMP, electromagnetic pulse. Faraday button. I'm sorry guys, if I'm like stuttering and fumbling all around my words all the time, it's because and my voice is like higher than normal or pitched up. It's because like literally every 3 to 5 fucking seconds I get this like prick. It feels like this annoying, like I have this really strong urge to cough. It's like someone's poking me with a toothpick inside my throat. Like it doesn't hurt. It doesn't necessarily hurt, but it makes you kind of like jolt, right? I want to that's like happening every 3 to 5 seconds. So if it sounds like I'm speaking erratically and like my tone is going up and down, like the frequency of like a charted frequency graph, no pun intended, it's because like I'm sick to the point where it's tampered with my voice. So I apologize. Faraday bag, wisdom. You know, I'm not gonna go further down here. Like, long story short, there's a lot of Faraday bags. You can get it, and we're gonna click on one of these. I gotta leave this one open because I haven't purchased it yet. I'm going to keep the search results open because they're gonna change throughout time, and then I might find a better deal in the future. I haven't made any purchase for Faraday bags. The order that I already made does not have Faraday bags. The one that's currently being shipped and already partly arrived to my my buddy and his family, so we'll have to keep this tab open. Alright, so here's an example, right? An example of me adding something to the cart. Once again, it's not been purchased, just add to the shopping cart. Subtotal at $680 upon, in addition to a variety of other things. Important messages for items in your cart. I'm assuming price changes. Braun Lady Justice increased in price, $2. Yeah, so they always do this thing where they update you on the price changes. XLR microphone cable, holy shit, $8 increase. Walkie-talkie, hands-free long-term radio increased $15 from 56 to $70. Pro Resource Fit, well, I guess people are preparing for the fact that it's the change of the seasons, right? So anything that's kind of geared towards camping in the summer is going to go up now. Dip station, even like fitness, right? Like, you know, 4 items have changed price. Best wood folding screen divider decreased by $6 down to $8.80. Black hair extension clips decreased $2. Logitech mouse is decreased. Ooh, $20. That's I'm assuming that's a webcam. And for 7 levels adjustable weight bench. I think a home gym kind of thing. Decreased by about like $8. So going further down, you can see the suggestions that are made here in relation to the item that I added to the shopping cart, and that's customers who bought extra large bags of Faraday. Who bought extra large Faraday box, right? something just happened. I need to be careful next time. But it's so difficult trying to make sure that I don't. Anyways, point is, that's a Faraday bag right there. Okay. All right. So, moving on. This is the shopping cart itself. So, if you can't see, there's over here multiple items on my shopping cart. Subtotal of 6 items to 182.94. So a little shy of $200. That's because if it said 600 something beforehand, they deducted the 400 that I recently made a purchase out of. So I bought about $400 worth of items. And yeah, it's shipped. Some of it's on its way. But what hasn't been purchased? So what hasn't yet been purchased is the, for example, 2 large Faraday boxes, extra large Faraday, and I haven't affirmed to myself that I'm going to purchase it. Right, I'm just adding it to the shopping cart just in case in preparation. They're also added to a wish list. So a large Faraday box, 2 Faraday bags. The brand is DIYIFE. 10 to 15 car keys holder, extra large. For phone, key box, fobs. Same thing down there. To TODOCI. Box with 2. Again, similar, very similar, just probably different sizes. All there is to it. Anti-theft, car key, signal blocker. Large Faraday bags. That one's for laptops and tablets. And that one's probably more important than anything else. Only 7 left. Faraday key fob protector, fireproof, waterproof. And yeah, you know, all roughly fairly similar pricing, between $25 to $35. Here at the very bottom, you see the climbing rope as well as the harness, right? Right there. Throwing them down the balcony, even though it's, you know, it says, you know, for escape, fire rescue. Exactly, there we go. It says ice climbing. I like the juxtaposition there, fire rescue and ice climbing. I'm not using this for bouldering or the sport athletic rock climbing. I'm using this for just safety purposes. Outdoor climbing rope, diameter 10mm. Outdoor static rock climbing. It's not for rock climbing. No doer, not what I'd be using for. No doer, new door, adjustable thickness climbing harness, C certification, wider half body harness for a rock rappelling, fire rescuing. Again, pretty good pricing here, you know, 30 something odd bucks, 30, 40 bucks there. Now this is important, but obviously when it comes to these items that are used for emergency rescue, you do want to make sure that they're of quality. So once I purchase it, I didn't buy something that was like for 10 bucks or anything like that. Obviously we want something solid, something high quality, something that we can depend on if it's going to be used for rescue operations, right? So even after we receive these items, if we purchase in the future, we're gonna have to do you know, some testing. We're gonna have to do some quality assurance. And then the last one down there, well, there's still more items, but I'm going to stop it off here because I don't want to cover everything. At the very bottom, because of how, like, it'll take forever. Tracky Pro GPS tracker for vehicles. So if you have, you know, if you drive, 12 months waterproof magnetic asset real-time tracker. So if your car, you know, gets stolen, you can track it down in case of any theft. Auto theft is very common nowadays. Tracker, 4G LTE, long battery life, 2 months, whatever. The lowest pricing. Now this one, and unfortunately this one actually requires a membership, and that's going to cost. It's very costly. Great service based off the reviews, which we'll probably cover soon, but it's very, very costly. So it's up to you. I just knew that was on sale, so